let me live. Alright, out of the shadows. You emerge from the Universal Brotherhood chapter house momentarily blinded by the bright lights of the Lone Star perimeter surrounding the area. Despite the clean night air, the stench of ichor and decay clings to you, a smell that may never fully go away. You drop your Aegis-filled shotgun, and it's quickly spirited away by one of the Telestrian's minions. Weapons are slowly lowered as you step out into the street. The order coming from Detective McClutsy himself. You can see James Telestrian just nearby pulling the strings. It's over. Jessica Watts has been dealt with. Sam has his justice. The dead man's deed is in, and all you have to do is make a phone call, and it ends. Cool. I guess we're almost done, guys. Hey, James! What's shaking? Harlequin. And after we broke up the ritual, Mort chased Jessica into a small chamber where she was cornered by a couple of buggers. Guess they weren't impressed with her performance. They were about to eat her. James says, and? And Mort said something like, I won't let them eat you, Jessica. You're coming with me. You're gonna pay for what you've done. It was very dramatic. Then we splattered the bugs and handed her over to the UCAS FBI. They're going to have a long talk with her about the Universal Brotherhood. So this nest is cleaned out, and your cousin Lynn is being transported to a mental hospital for observation. James assesses you with a newfound respect. Very clean. I believe our test of Project Aegis was a success, Mott. Herr Brockhaus is having it weaponized for distribution to the Knights Errant forces. The authorities are going to have a great many questions about this incident, and I will need to provide details. The Universal Brotherhood has a great many chapter houses, and they must be dealt with immediately. What will happen next? James says, this is for others to determine. People other than you. Still, you have turned into a yeoman's effort, and regardless of your obvious flaws, you are deserving of a reward. What would you ask of me? Or, I don't like McCludsky, but VP of Head of Security wouldn't be too bad either. That could get me off the streets. What would I do? I like being a Shadowrunner too much. I want McClutsky's badge. Telestrian's ice breaks for a moment. You short-circuit an invasion of extra-dimensional insects, and for your reward you wish to have an insignificant police detective dismissed from his position? I'm improvising. I've been through a lot this week. Still, the guy's a jackass. He smiles an icy smile. I cannot disagree. He displays a rare combination of brute and sycophant that I cannot abide. Very well. Detective McClutsky is now Citizens McClutsky. The man grates on my nerves anyways, and since this action requires a little more than a nod to the proper peon, you may ask of another boon for me. I'm feeling generous today. Alright. I hear you have an opening for a new VP of security. Talonstron regards you for a moment. He seems to be choosing his words. Unfortunately, a human is not an appropriate fit for Telestrian's Industries corporate executive. I'm sure you understand. However, I believe whoever fills the position would benefit from an executive consultant of your caliber. The position will pay quite handsomely, I assure you. Report to work on Monday. Just wear something more appropriate. Good day. You got it, dude. Hey, Coyote. Guess that's it, huh? You captured Sam's killer and now he'll get his justice. All that's left as I get. It's a little more involved than I expected. She looks back at the Universal Brotherhood. Just a little. Caillou grins. First time. Well, I'm gonna grab Paco and head back to the Union. Maybe watch a trid or something. And I could use a long shower too. After that, you can learn the business. Take over for Mrs. Kubuta someday. She gets a twinkle in her eye. Someday, maybe. When the rest of my body is made of metal too, but not today. Today, I run the shadows. Get paid, get dirty. See you around, Mutt. You're quite a lady. I can honestly say I've never met anyone like you. See ya, Coyote. Hello, Harlequin. Painted Elf is watching the scene unfolding around the Universal Brotherhood with a grimace. Well, kid, it's been fun, but I've seen everything I cared to see today. I'm getting out of here. Is there a problem? He gestures to the crowd as he speaks. Look around. Note the members of the press being shuffled away by Universal Brotherhood spokespeople to get a private briefing. The Brotherhood is connected. A damage control team is probably on the way right now. Think they can control the press? One way or another, says Harlequin, they will. If they can't be manipulated, procured, or bribed, they'll probably disappear quietly. There's more, though. He nods his head towards James Telestrian. Note the expression on the UCAS FBI agent speaking to Telestrian. Dismissive, isn't he? That's because there's no love lost between the UCAS and the Terrangiran, whatever that word is. They're not going to trust what he's telling them, and frankly, I have no idea what he's telling them. James plays his own game, always has. How could James turn this to his advantage? Well, there is an economic incentive for one, power for another. If there was an outbreak of bugs in a major city and his company had the only product capable of combating it, you think it might give him some sort of edge. I'm not saying he'd do that, but I am saying his field tests are quite compelling. Let me show you one more. He points to the crowd and smiles. The man sees him pointing and smiles back. See that guy right there? He's with Ares Macro Technology Enormous Megacorp. Ridiculously powerful. They've been sniffing around Project Aegis for quite a while now. Clearly, they have an agenda that's just starting to unfold. He gives the Ares man the finger. The man smiles and returns the gesture. Government, media, business, all working to ensure the truth stays hidden. So, it's a massive conspiracy. I wish it was. In a way, it's worse. It's a series of conspiracies, conflicting agendas, and petty jealousies, all building upon, feeding upon, and excreting into an unending web of dreck that the people wade through every day. Call it life. If there was one Dark Lord controlling everything, and we could drive a magic sword through his heart to free the world, that would be grand. Such clarity, such focus, alas. So, what's the lesson in all this? That I did it for nothing? Harlequin laughs. Just the opposite, schmuck. The lesson is this. The game is rigged, the cards are stacked, the dice are loaded. It's the same as it always was. Every cycle. People in power exert power. Little people cower in their homes, think what they're told to think, buy whatever product will help them forget how horrible their lives are for another day. And that's why we don't play their fragging game. We don't swallow their dreck sandwich and politely ask for another. It's why we run the shadows. That's where the real life is, kiddo. Realities living in the places no one wants you to see. Seriously, who are you? A friend. Until you need something, then I'm a bastard. Where's Herr Baracus? I thought he'd be here too. He flew back to Berlin, all sorts of things brewing there. He's very impressed with you, though. It could probably turn into work someday. But I'd forget about him if I were you. Never make a deal with a dragon, kid. They're playing a different game entirely. See you around, Harlequin. Hey, Mr. Doofdrag! Mikulski's alternating between trying to look important and trying to avoid actual work. What you looking at, Chube? Close combat. Throw a fury of punches too fast for the orc to see. He goes down with a thump. Ha 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 ha! Fuck you, dude! Jake, shakes his head, smirking as you approach. When you finally get close, he breaks out laughing. I heard the Universal Brotherhood was getting shot up on the police scanner. Knew it had to be you. Did you get her? She's in custody now. Ah, justice is served. He scratches his mop of red hair. I guess that concludes the story of Mott and the Dead Man's Switch, huh? You know, I've been thinking, maybe you should stay in Seattle a while. There's plenty of ways folks like us can get into trouble here. You only skim the surface. I heard Mitsuhama is looking for a team there, and they specifically want a woman. No idea what that's about. And I got word of something going on at Crater Lake. The Tiers got it on total lockdown. No fly zone, the whole thing. There could be something in for us if we poke around. There's always the Orc Underground. Haven't seen that yet, have you? I have plenty of friends who are good for a job. Something's bound to come up. Why you say? I'll think about it, Jake. You do that. If you want to find me, I'll be at McCracken's later. Got a taste for some seafood. Take it easy, chummer. Hey, Drez. The little coroner is surprised to see you, but he can't hide his delight. Hey, Mott, I was wondering if I was gonna see you again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to find you here. Hello, Dresden. How's my favorite body snatcher? Busy. He pops his eyebrows, eager. You know it's all over the Trivid, right? They found the Emerald City Ripper dead at some asylum out in Snohomish, of all places. Turns out he'd been masquerading as the head administrator or something. They found him dead from some sort of vigilante attack. He leans in, conspiratorially. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Why, Mr. Dresden, I have no idea what you mean. Dresden winks. That's what I thought. Well, no one can say he didn't have it coming, am I right? He frowns at himself. That was a double negative. I'm glad you know your grammar, Mr. Dresden. So the big question, about the dead man's switch. Not the Ripper's dead, are you gonna collect? Damn, I'm gonna collect. Excellent. I'm sure you deserve it. How do you collect? I was told I need a secure line to call the number Sam gave me. I can't use my comm link. He brightens. Lone Star's emergency response team set up a secure phone line right here to coordinate their efforts. I can authorize you to use it. Thanks, Dresden. Don't mention it. Take care, Mott. Alright, I guess we're gonna use the comm link. I want to spend these points and see what I would have actually gotten. Can I get up to 20 body? I just want to see. I can't. Okay. So, I'm just gonna, just in case something else goes down. More close combat. More melee weapons. Anything else I can get? Alright. That's it. Alright, let's talk to the comm link. The phone before you has a simple numerical keypad. You can use it to call Sam's law firm and cash in on the dead man's switch. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I can't get anywhere else. All right, let's get this done. Call in the law firm, finish the job. You tap in the phone number Sam's lawyer gave you days ago. The phone rings 7 times before someone finally answers. The image of the lawyer on the other end of the vidphone is noticeably different from the one you saw a few days ago. The noise in the background sounds like it's coming from a bar. Sam's lawyer. Yeah? He squints into the phone. Recognition slowly appears on his face. Oh, hey, it's you, Mott, right? So you got Sam's killer, huh? Are you even a lawyer? Yeah, of course, C says. Well, technically I'm not a lawyer anymore, but, I'll slot you Sam's video for you. Hang on. He fumbles for a moment. The camera jerks crazily. Then it goes static, and it is replaced by Sam. Good old Sam. Sam looks like Drek. Same clothes, same background. Probably shot at the same time as the first video. Hey, buddy. Looking good, looking good, he giggles. If you're calling this number, that means the job is done, right? He closes his eyes, shakes his head. Congratulations, amigo. I knowed you'd do it. You were always the dependable one. More than me, anyway. He looks back at you, trying to speak soberly. I just want to say thank you for whatever you did. It means a lot. not even knowing what you did. It still means a lot, 'cause I know you did something. You know what I mean? I know you made it right somehow. He pauses, tilts his head back. His breath hitches in his chest. You're the only one. The only one who ever tried to help me, ever. Except my sister. She tried. More than once she tried. I never let her through. Never let her in. I regret that. A lot. Did I ever tell you about her, buddy? We're twins. We're twins, I guess. You still a twin after one of you dies? I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess. He sighs heavy. God, listen. Do me a favor, will you? If you talk to her, her name is Jessica. Tell her I'm sorry, okay? For everything. She'll know what for. She's Catholic, so she'll forgive me. I need her to forgive me. Just tell her I love her. He straightens himself up. Shakes it off. The grin is back. Anyway, you need to get paid, which would be great except for one thing. I got nothing. Never did. You know how it is, right? Sorry, but hey, thanks again for giving a crap. Seriously, I appreciate. What the Sam! Tell you what, if you feel sore about it, look into my family background a bit. There's gotta be people with money in there somewhere. Maybe one of them can throw you a few bucks. Take care, amigo. See you in hell. I'm not going to hell. You're in hell. I'm not. Fuck you, Sam. He reaches forward, shuts off the camera. The vid screen goes static. The call ends. There's a moment of silence, and then you feel the tug of your jacket. It's Dresden. So, what did he say? Thank you. He just said thank you. Motherfucker! The Emerald City Ripper killings are sensationalized for several weeks. Lucraid reports focus on the killer masquerading as the administrator of Mercy Hospital, or Mercy Mental Hospital. Soon after, pop singer Maria Mercurial is cast as the lead in Dr. Ripper, a trivid thriller about a reporter who goes undercover as a mental patient to uncover a serial killer. Seattle's Newsnet reports a shootout at the chapter house of the Universal Brotherhood. Witnesses claim that a gang of religious fanatics stormed the building for unknown reasons, but committed suicide before they could be captured. All mention of insect spirits. James Telestrian III, or Shadowrunners, are kept out of the news. 1 year later, the city of Chicago declares a quarantine between Lake Michigan and the Des Plaines River. Officially, the Chicago Containment Zone is established to fight an outbreak of an infectious virus, but an infection of insect spirits is suspected by those who know. A mature form of Project Aegis called FABS-3 is eventually deployed to remove the blood threat from Chicago. The Watts family name has been lost to the shadows. And that was Shadowrun Returns, and I didn't get any money. Well, I got money from a corporation, and now I work for them as a consultant. Which is nice. It's cool. It's cool. It's totally cool. Can we hurry this up? Is there anything else I need to know at the end? All in all, it was a good game. I was warned that it was a little linear, which is fine. But yeah, it was a good game. I was really engaged because I've never played Shadowrun before, and you know, this was good to get my feet wet. I mean, I played like a Shadowrun demo of the tabletop game, but this was like my first dive like really into the game, and it's gotten me intrigued. I would love to play in a Shadowrun game one day, and maybe the street samurai will live there and be the badass that she needs to be. But thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'll probably play either Shadowrun Dragonfall, or Shadowrun Boston Lockdown soon. I heard Dragonfall was better than Boston Lockdown, but I kind of want to play Boston Lockdown because, you know, me being a Bostonian, it would be cool what our city looks like in the dystopian future. I'm just waiting for these credits to roll to see if there's anything special at the end. Probably not for a game like this. And maybe I'll come back and visit it if they have like introduced more chapters of this thing, but this seems like an older game, so probably not. I wonder if there's like people who make their own like additions to this game. Jesus Christ, this list is long. Am I only on the D's? This must be the Kickstarter list. And yeah, it's the Kickstarter list. So they also do Harebrained Schemes Productions. Also do, let's see, Harebrained Schemes is a small team of passionate game developers led by Jordan Wisman, the creator of Shadowrun, Crimson Skies, Battletech, MechWarrior, and other acclaimed properties. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, even though it was really linear, but it kept me engaged because of the because of this story. Are we really only on J? I really want to see what's behind all this. But yeah, right now, as you guys know, I have started playing Grim Fandango. I'm having a good time with it because I've never played it before, so I didn't know what to expect. And I recently bought the Skea. It was on sale on Steam, and they finally worked out all the kinks with it. And, you know, you folks, never buy games day one release. Always check the reviews. Always see if you're getting your money's worth. Because this day and age, nobody patches like everything is patch post, so it sucks. But now we're on P and R. All right, so it's going quickly. I pressed the fast forward button. That's why. R's, S's. Okay, so there's probably not going to be anything. Maybe a nice splash screen. You know, I'm not really tempted to play this game again. It didn't seem like if I picked another class, it probably would have been a little different, especially if I picked a different background than my security background. But yeah, I mean, maybe I should have just asked for money. Anonymous. Are we at A's? Are we what? Are we just going back? Yeah, I think we're just going back. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Well, thank you. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next game.